I was just gonna say, as an example, I have a friend, you know, he's my age, and he has 11,000 followers on Instagram, and he.
Are you talking about Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's helped me out a few times.
Yeah, I've been with him walking on the street, and people have that he doesn't know recognize him, and you know like treat him like he's actually famous. If he was to post on his Instagram, hey, you know, donate to True Stars crowdfunding campaign. They're a really great organization. You know, he has 11,000 followers, and people, you know, treat him like he's famous. They're, you know, people do things when they're friends or people they look up to.
Part of it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just build off that real quick. He made one post with me on his social media, and I was in the cafeteria. And people were like, it was a Halloween photo shoot. People were like, "You're Frankenstein." I'm like, yeah. And it was all through his one page. Like, people knew about it. It was really cool and weird.
And so how you tie in effectively to what they're saying is back to Haley's point, is if you had an ongoing or consistent social media manager or coordinator, that you have clear-cut targeted messages. One of the things that we did with U-Year is everybody's like, woo, running wildfire, posting, come to U-Year, this, that, and everything, all kinds of messages going out there. So as a management team, we targeted, who are the stakeholders? I said, because if I need to circulate this to my colleagues on the same platform using Twitter, I need a different sentence than you do. Because no offense, I don't even understand the sentence that you write, but that gets people there, but I need to communicate with people, you know, at a different level. So we created a whole list of taglines or targeted messages that we could tweet out at different times to capture different targets. So that has to be a coordinated effort. That has to be under, you know, the management of a social media coordinator or manager that has specific messages that get pushed out, and then we want to give it to youth, and then youth go retweet this or post this, copy paste, post this link in this whole campaign in your social media, and then let it spread like wildfire. But it's still some controlled messaging going out there. Yes.
I have a question, but before that, what is this social media you speak of? I've heard about it before. No, first of all, congratulations. This was an excellent presentation by you all. I applaud all of you. And kind of following up on what Beth was just talking about too, with an organization like TrueStar, there are many different audiences that I know of that they have, and there are probably a few different audiences that I don't know of. And in terms of they reach the youth, they want to reach the youth, but they also, you know, the purpose of a crowdfunding campaign is to also reach those people who can contribute to an effort like that. Now, with the research that you did, do you have any recommendations of, there are dozens, if not hundreds of crowdfunding sites. Do you have any recommendations on which ones Natasha should go after?
I think the one that we looked at specifically, that's definitely one that was geared towards you, because it's an education, you know, after school program, and it's only in, for example, San Francisco, and it's only in Chicago. So like, but yet they're generating money from multiple stakeholders all around, I guess, the world. And so I guess that one would be a good one. And then we also looked at was Indiegogo, right? Yeah, that was Indiegogo.
But that's what I was asking. The platform.
Yeah, platform.
Yeah.
And I think our recommendation was to stick with Indiegogo versus a Kickstarter, and I think a little bit of that's written in there. Yes.
I'm a huge fan of the Reading Rainbow one, because Austin and I grew up on Reading Rainbow.
I love Reading
But,
Rainbow.
but when I watched like the first 30 seconds of the video with the class, like, first of all, it was a celebrity running the whole campaign, but that's beside the point. But he directly asked us for money, like, we need you to help us get our children to read. And then he gave an example of, I think it was like a first grader trying to read, and she mispronounced like all the words, and that just broadened our attention to what's really going on and what Reading Rainbow actually does. And that's what kind of attracted me to them.
And and that's what we want TrueStar to achieve. We want our audience that will be seeing the crowdfunding to get a sense of
emotion when they see the video, like pluck their heartstrings is the phrase we always say when we're talking about the True Star Project, because you don't want to like exploit statistics, but there's like a subtle way to get your audience to actually like be sensitive about what's really going on in Chicago, and how True Star is an amazing foundation that has helped a lot of kids. Like Nate can tell you, like those after school programs are amazing for them. But the thing is with the messaging, you want to be like pluck the heartstrings of the audience. And if you want to see the Reading Rainbow one, like we have it on the present.
And, yeah, it's a link in here as well.
Okay.
So we'll email you the Prezi as well.
Okay.
So anything else? Because Dave has a question.
I was gonna mention some really fast ads, really fast. I know, I did say that like the Reading Rainbow one was celebrity driven, so I didn't want to focus on that. But like True Star does have like pretty big names in their magazine. Yeah. I don't know how to say his name, but like Saba or whatever. He was in True Star. He's like huge now. People go crazy over him. If you could get some of your bigger names in the video, maybe even that would be like, oh, I know him, I love him, and like all that stuff. But yeah, like there are really successful people in your magazine, and maybe featuring those in the video would be important also.
And we were thinking because we have like a lot of video of celebrities saying, you know, hey, this is such and such, I'm with True Star, kicking it, whatever.
Yeah.
And we could totally use it. And we were toying, when we were trying to produce the video, number one, trying to produce a video that was short. I mean, the first one was like 10 minutes. It was stupid. It was but, you know, we were going back and forth with, do we use a celebrity? Do we talk about violence? You know, we didn't want to exploit, you know, the whole situation. And we decided for the first one against the celebrity, only because we thought, okay, when people see True Star, they're thinking, oh, this is a magazine for kids and it's about celebrities. And it's like, that's not what it's about. We just use a celebrity to pull them in. But if you open the pages, you'll see that it's not about, you know, all celebrities and pop culture. Like, they're actually talking about some real issues.
Yeah.
So we were trying to figure out, okay, do we focus on this or do we focus on that? So it was totally, like, it was a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I mean, maybe for next time we should, you know, do something like that because it works. Clearly it works.
I think it could be good to just have them saying, like, we support True Star, and then showing, like, what is True Star, and, like, featuring the kids that are, like, running it and participating. I just think that could be interesting.
And it doesn't have to make it extremely long. It could be really quick, like snippets. Like
Exactly.
real
And
quick.
the students had a lot of ideas of how, without exploiting the violent statistics and, you know, the Chirac and, you know, everything that Chicago has this negative image of, it is important to say, without the programming of True Star, the negative environmental factors that do exist suck in, right, the youth and otherwise, you know, so it's important to have that as a background or a consequence to name, you know, you don't have to say violence, or you don't have to call it, but you could randomly have a couple statistics flash up on the screen or things to subtly get at what are the consequences if we're not doing this. So open with the why and then, you know, have that in the background. So, David, you've been holding a question.
I was just curious. I know that this is, you know, going only so far in terms of depth, but and forgive my ignorance because of crowdfunding, crowdsourcing. I'm not sure I even understand all of the differences and nuances. But my understanding is the successful campaigns do incorporate certain elements, and I'm curious if you did in your research or you have any recommendations around that for True Star. So, for example, campaign should only last a certain amount of time. Maybe there's different levels of giving that, you know, you give certain gifts or certain things that you give in return if you give a certain amount. Did you? And I haven't, of course, read the report. Maybe it's in there, but I'm curious if you could speak to those pieces.
It is in there, and like we were actually talking about, as they were saying, the bolded words stand out. Or you don't want to have all words, you want to split it up between words and numeric symbols because it's easier, it's more appealing to the eye. The goal is to keep the viewer or the consumer on the page as long as possible. And if you're filling it with the same color, text, kind of a lot of
there is the, does that give you the levels of what I just couldn't read from the...
It does. Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't, and we didn't include that in it because we just didn't have enough like space. But if you, for this specific crowdfunding, we thought it was really clever of them because they had different levels, and usually with different levels, it's it's like you give this, you get this, and then you give the, some
Right.
give and take type of thing. And for this,
Give us $100, we're gonna give you a T-shirt. Or
Exactly.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know that you had, like, if you gave like 250, you get Bulls tickets, and so that was a give and take. But I thought it was, what we thought that was kind of unique to this one specifically was that it wasn't more of like, oh, you get this, like tickets to something, or you get to go to the gala or whatever. It was more of like you get to like enjoy. It's not like you give $10 and you get to have to know that you are providing pencils.
Like
So-
less materialistic.
Yeah, exactly. It's more,
Altruistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
which we thought was unique for it. And then specifically for like the Bulls tickets, like let's say someone from New York is giving like 250, they might not have like ability to come for the specific Bulls tickets, so it's like limiting it towards locally. So we thought it would be better if we just kind of expand it to a bigger audience.
And there's other like ways you can appreciate donors. If you can say you donate this amount, and actually you might have had this, and I don't remember. Like they mentioned their name.